Obusweni como our channel so Haxi AGH Protects Albany. Podcast also training and make we speak headlines. And ye Ǎnĝr na ye DP exum ni dimnya praxi. Mesera kse onia yembo enra highways. Na Solomon Osu otimi abawra Dr. Bawumia aswe big time. Na otimi expose na onia yagibia DP exum wo. Kwan be so kire se kire kwan a fa so a uyi Lancash free NPP amekuri ma onua ama papa na dia hotie etimi ekọ forming ne movement na message of say yemumram na yenhwe ana entie sema hodo papa na ehwe bu edi aman ene due aha age politics
remains a figure. His view that always puts party interests ahead of national interests. So they don't have the country at all. It's the reason why, but I just read his piece. You understand? It's the reason why some of us believe that, you see, where we have gotten to in our lives is about Ghana. Yeah. Now, we have done the over partisanship for far too long. If Ghana does not develop, all these political parties in there will not get anywhere. Because you assure people that you are coming to improve their lives. If the national economy does not improve, then where would your party get to? Now, to even make matters worse, you know, recently, are you a free? And I thought that statement should have called for disciplinary action. Are you a free? Granted an interview. A leading figure in the Bawumia campaign.
And said he lied, and said Ken lied.
No, they're different from that. He was saying that, you know, the upcoming elections, internal elections, boldly said that from the regional executives to the national executives, they will go heaven and earth to make sure that only Bawumia loyalists wins the election. I mean, is it a position that truly represents the true ideals and principles of the party? And if you are saying that Ken is being petitioned because he did not represent the party in good stead before the public, then what about this statement? Coupled with the statement that will be made by the flag bearer himself, disassociating himself from the very decisions that he was part. Remember during COVID, President Akufo-Addo came to tell us that in his darkest moments, the only person that he discussed issues with was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So if somebody has so much confidence in you, so much trust in you, took all the diabolic decisions, including digging of hole at Ridge, and then you get the opportunity to lead, having first of all come back to us to apologize for all the things that you did not need to distance yourself from it. It doesn't show a mark of a good leader. You understand? You say you weren't part of it. It's a fuel. They were increasing anything anyhow. To the extent that you told us that he did not even know that fuel prices had been increased some few days into elections. When he knows very well that there is a standing formula that is applied. So such a person, if you come to do that and he is not hauled before the disciplinary committee, then he was. And by the way, this petition that has been said, do you believe in your heart of heart that those young men that sent the petition, they are not being pushed by some bigger hand somewhere? This is politics.
Oh, yeah. We are told there are members of parliament as well involved.
Have you got it there, the members of parliament? No. I can tell you that.
There were no details at least.
Yes, from you know that. I know at least that young man called Charles Opoku, that they call him Presido. What gravitas does he have in this party too? And he's granting interviews all over the place. If he's a co-equal to Kennedy Japan, because he has a hand that is backing him. But what we are saying is that it serves Kennedy right. I'm telling you. You see, Kama have said that those days Kama was long in acting. But of late it's too fast. Kama fast is in town. Everything is fast. Because when it was so evidently clear that the party needed a new direction to depart from President Akufo-Addo's regime, he together with Afenyo, they were supporting Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia against Ǎnĝr. That was in 2024.
So his failure not to have supported Ǎnĝr.
No, I'm coming there because they were playing some games. You know, the politics is a very complex game. In their mind, the obvious choice that could have led the party into a resounding victory was Ǎnĝr. Now, what do we do to push him out so that they would then come and take over the stage? It was not as though they were helping Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia just to get Alan off the stage and they will come. You understand? Now the same playbook that Nana Akufo-Addo, you remember Paul Afoko, Kwabena Agyapong and co were sacked when Nana Akufo-Addo in 2014 thereof, before he won the elections. So the same playbook, they also came, try and frustrate those that you think that they will be detrimental to you. So they frustrated Alan and his people, and when they use some of these personalities like Kenneth Agyapong. So when Alan left the state, they thought they could fill in the shoes. And there again, they got people that were closer to Kenneth Agyapong to use the same template to get him off the radar in the last primaries. Right. And that is what is not helping him. So he feels that, look, have I been used? Then I will go after those that are saying that. Now, even in going after them, he is just speaking the truth.
All right.
Stating the obvious, yet the party has a huge problem with it. It serves them right. They must learn something out of it. That politics, they say politics is a mafia game. I don't believe in that. It must be a decent game. It is for nation building. Let honesty dictate whatever we do in our politics.
Doc, you have the final word, and then perhaps if Paulo wants to respond, I'll give him that. Then I go for a quick break.
In relation, the New Patriotic Party to rethink their position, and then the committee that has been set to look deeply into the consequences.
I was going to ask if you think he's to make an appearance before the committee.
Be careful with trying to call people like Kennedy Agyapong to a disciplinary committee meeting. Who are those who are going to constitute that to call him? If you look at the towers of the NPP currently, I think he himself mentioned it, and I agree with him, that he's among the top 10 in the country. And you can imagine those who are going to consider, is it the top 10 who are going to invite him or another group of people? I respect the rule of law, that a committee is a committee set up by the party. But you see, it would look like you are coming now to give justification to a statement that you have made, which is nationalistic, and everybody has seen it to be a good statement. What is there in it for you to call him? I think the committee should be very careful and do not worsen the matter and make Kennedy Agyapong feel belittled, and he may take a decision that may not be favorable for the party, just like Alan Chiramantin, and their numbers will keep dwindling. And at the end, UP Plus may even really come and pass.
No,
them.
maybe we are taking over. UP is taking over. No, maybe.
Should the flag bearer of the party be stepping in, and perhaps that'll be the one last one I do round, because of the point that has been made as to his stature. The persons at the committee level who possibly is a former roads and highways minister, who's the chair of the committee, and all of that. Should we be seeing the flag bearer or other members in the person of former President
Akufo-Addo himself,
Akufo-Addo, stepping in to calm the waters in terms of what is happening within the party? I'll just pick quick.
They are lucky. They have, let's say, they have three prominent people who can call people to order. The two former presidents, and then Bawumia himself. If Bawumia wants peace, go and liaise with the former presidents at the background. Like, remember during the youth elections of NDC, or National Youth Elections, there was some problems. Yes. What did JM do? He called them, sat them down. Problem ended. It was the flag bearer. This is what leadership is. I think there's a problem of leadership in the party. If not, this thing wouldn't go this way. The moment people start attacking, one leader will come out and call people, hey, please halt it, or else where we are going is dangerous. I've already said it. For every major election, they lose a prominent person. And that shouldn't be happening.
Right.
That shouldn't be happening. So to me, there's no need they're calling for any disciplinary action. To me, if they want to worsen it, they can call him.
Pavel, quickly on that, whether or not we should be seeing.
I think that the party has long-standing committees, right? Just like the NDC have committees, and once you're a member of the party, any committee can call you for a conversation. I mean, the fact that you are being called to a committee does not convict you of any crime. And so I would say that whether or not he's called, okay, as a member of the party, he can attend to the meeting. I'm aware that there are private conversations and background conversations that are ongoing from the Council of Elders to engage the Honorable Kennedy Japan, and obviously from the two former presidents and the flag bearer as well to engage. You recall that the flag bearer had visited him. I'm aware that there are ongoing conversations, but I mean, for me, I think that we need to be able to smoke the peace pipe. I mean, at the back of this as well is the formation of a new political party that is calling on Honorable Kennedy Japan to become their candidate, which is the base. Okay, because we've had conversations of that as well. So we need to win the tug of war.
Right. So look,
but to say that the flag bearer has to call Kennedy Japan is to suggest that he may not have anything to do with what is happening. I have some strong suspicion that he will be involved in what is happening.
But he went to meet him.
Suspicion.
So he went. Don't take the flag bearer went to meet him.
No, but let me do the analysis. Let me do the analysis. When I'm done, so let me do my analysis. When I'm done, you would come to a conclusion that indeed he may have something to do with it. Now let me start from.
I mean, the flag bearer has nothing to do. No, I'll hear you.
You don't allow me to make my point.
Make your point, but the flag bearer has nothing.
So you have made your point that he has nothing to do with it. Yes. At the end of the day, when the issue of Sam Rabwe came, you remember President Akufo-Addo, without any committee, cleared the issue. What is in court now? Is the person not being tried on the same matter? So sometimes you must give time some time. What I'm saying is that recently at Kennedy granted an interview and told us that he met Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia one-on-one. Is that the case? And that one of the key issues that he raised with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was the fact that why is he not distancing himself from the commentaries of Abronya and all those that have been insulting? It was the response from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that got him thinking, no, the NPP is not ready for power. That he openly declared, the man did not say anything. In fact, he didn't care about it.
That's not true.
But how? Were you there?
I mean, the interview from.
That's not true.
No, were you there? Kennedy. Were you at the meeting?
Hold on.
No, what is not true?
Hold on.
What is not true?
That's not true.
Which one is not true?
I am aware.
No, first of all, identify which one is not true.
Hold on.
I am making my statement.
I know.
But which one is not true? So tell me which one is not true. Then we proceed.
Yes.
I'll you give me the time back.
Yes, I'll give it.
Fantastic.
To suggest that individual politicians' actions are encouraged by other individuals is to state that people don't have their own opinion.
Oh. No, but that's not, so which one is not true? That means he has to stop because he has not identified anything that's not true.
I am aware.
Yeah.
On many instances where the flag bearer has called Abronya to order, on many occasions, I am aware of that.
He called him to order and see he was doing it. And that's even serious statement.
Disrespect.
What are you talking about? That you are denigrating your leader. That he called him to order and still went ahead to be doing the same thing. Don't go that direction.
I am aware of
that he's called him on several occasions.
And he's still doing what he's doing.
I am aware of several occasions like that.
Well, because
and so you see, let's not tie in individuals' actions.
You see, the challenge is that I'm aware of that at a Kennedy interview. In fact,
yes. What did he say? I am quoting somebody.
But your introduction of the knowledge of the flag bearer calling Abronya as well in relation to this matter also bring fresh perspective as to all of it. So that is fair.
But can I continue? Let me proceed.
But you cannot say
it even makes the matter worse.
I'm just trying to say
it makes the matter worse. And I don't want to put a premium on what he just introduced into the discussion. He tried to, as it were, weather the storm, but in so doing, he has rather brought the name of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia into this dispute. That you called Abronya to order, yet he flouted all those advice and decided to do anything anyhow. Now that is so encouraging. Number two, political mavis that we are talking about. When she started doing all this insult business, she received a hug from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. What was it communicating to others? You remember Fanti Comedy and Co. When they went insulting spree and wishing that the sitting president died. Afterwards, what did they receive? A hug from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So when you do all these things, perception is everything. And remember his recent statement that he issued that party supporters were being attacked. What did he call on the party members to do? He said they must continue to do what they are doing. And that he was fully in support of them. What were the party members doing that was attracting some of these unwarranted arrests? Insults here and there. So when you are a flag bearer, you are doing that. And I'm to just oppose what is happening to Kennedy about what his own actions and inactions in the past are. I can firmly conclude that he cannot take himself out of what is happening.
Right.
And I would be naive to come and sit here as a politician and say that, look, what is happening in isolation. It is not true. The flag bearer is fully aware. Either than that, those boys, the Chasopokuda, you think he just got up and wrote a petition? He would have had discussions on the matter. And which of the elders that we are not talking about? Look, President Kufuor, they don't take you for anything in the past.
That's not true.
It's not true.
That's not
Look,
true.
President Kufuor.
We honor President.
They don't honor him. When they want to use him as a ceremonial person, they don't.
That's
all. I don't think that's true.
That's not true.
The Reverend.
But President Kufuor himself came to tell you. No. You see, they don't give.
We reverence him.
You of all people that you are forgetting about this. You remember latter part of last year, President Kufuor came out and said that when they are doing anything, they don't consult him. How can you revere someone? How can you revere?
Wasn't that in specific context to a subject matter?
But what else do you need?
Because I remember the instance you are talking about.
Absolutely. So what else do you need? You don't need any argument. That the man himself that you are saying, the man that you are saying that they revere him, he has come out to say that when they are doing anything, they don't consult me.
Right. I'll go for this break. When we return,
I can understand the difficulty.
We'll talk utility tariffs.
I see.
And of course, maybe I should have mentioned Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as flag bearer, of the party. So President John Ajay Kufuor, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, our flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Kennedy Japan. These are strong members of the party. And of course, I'll add my Chairman Wontumi, because grassroots is important. Mobilization is key. So there are people that pull crowd, and you know that you cannot discount them or disregard them. So I will plead, even with the teaming supporters. And of course, I condemn every other person that has rained insults, from Mavis and all of those other young people that have rained insults. Those are not what the NPP stands for. The NPP stands for strong values. And so if you're a strong member of the New Patriotic Party and you understand the values of the New Patriotic Party, you will not exchange insults to a founding member of the party. That is why I'm sad that Ǎnǧr resigned from the party. And I look forward to the day. I mean, I'm sure that it's going to be my happiest day where I see Solomon come back to the New Patriotic Party.
We are gone long.
Do you understand? No. We must always leave room for people to come back.
We will bring you back.
There are people that have left other political parties that has not served them well. I mean, he is here as a member of the NDC. He's aware of what happened to the late Nana Kunedu Ajamai Rawlings. Yeah. She formed her own party. You are aware of what happened to the former Foreign Affairs Minister, Obed Asamoah. He's in his 90s now. You are aware what happened to Gusitano. He's now leading the 24-hour economy. He's now leading the 24-hour economy. So clearly, you have seen that there are opportunities really for people to come back. So I want to use this platform and this morning to really appeal, even to Solomon and Ǎnǧr, that there are opportunities for you to come back. We become a stronger party to be able to recapture power, to be able to govern this party and this country, because every single Ghanaian is aware that it is this tradition that has the interest of Ghanaians at heart.
But I just demonstrated to you that if you went into the NPP, BG Daro.
We ain't some of the team also channels. I'm also get back. That's an issue.